All right. Oh, the door is open. Okay, we shall begin. Stats XL10. Are you guys excited? Introduction to statistics. Yes, you guys are just gonna wait to get in here. All right. Anyway, I'm Mr. Chen. I'll be your instructor for this quarter, and I think we'll have a good time. All right, maybe we'll see. Anyway, this is the class website. Okay, so I don't use Blackboard or anything like that. You just go there, and all the information for the class should be there. Okay. I guess before, well, you guys obviously all found this classroom okay. Found parking okay? Kinda, okay. You might be able to find street parking if you're willing to walk a little bit. So there's street parking in the neighborhood to the west and also to the south. There's metered parking. All the meters around here end at 8 p.m. So if you get here at like 6 and you pay, it's 2 hours at the meter, most of the meters. So if you get here at 6 and you pay 2 hours to 8 o'clock, you can leave your car parked at the meter. After 8 p.m., your car can park for free, and there you go. So you only have to pay like $2 if you find a meter, okay? Versus, what is it, $11? $12. $12. Yeah, we raised it each year, $12. So, you know, if that matters to you, but you're gonna have to walk maybe 10 or 15 minutes, okay, to the meter, okay, each way. Anyway, some of you are not actually enrolled in this class, all right, and you're just hoping to crash the course or squeeze in. If that's the case, I don't want to waste your time, but you're not going to get in the class, okay? The class is totally filled to its maximum capacity. Actually, this, you know, that sign says maximum occupancy 82. I think there might be 85 of us in here, okay? So we legally cannot allow any more students in this class, okay? And there's nothing I can do about that. So if you are not enrolled, then I can't get you in, okay? There's nothing I can do. So if that's you, I don't want to waste any more of your time. You know, I'm sorry, but that's just how it goes, okay? So I think there might be a couple other sections that are still open, and I will be teaching again in the summer, and I think registration for that opens up in a few weeks, okay? All right. I'm sorry, okay? But thank you for coming and trying. Okay. Anything else before we get started on class policies or anything like that? Okay. Well, we'll go to this website. So here we are. Okay. So if you type that into your browser, it'll take you here. Okay. And I'm teaching 2 classes, XL10 and XL13. Okay. So you want to make sure you select the XL10 class. Right. So just come over here and you select XL10. XL13 is it's also introductory statistics, but it's taught at a faster pace, more for students who are planning to enter either public health or medical school or something, taking care of some requirements for graduate school. I think most of you, not all of you, but most of you are looking to take statistics to fulfill your math requirement for maybe a 2-year college, so you can transfer to a 4-year college. That probably describes quite a few of you. XL13 is I would say most of the students there already have their 4-year degree and are looking to enter graduate school, and they need to fulfill some kind of statistics, specifically statistics requirement. And so most of them probably went down like the calculus track, and they're looking to get some statistics in. But if that seems to describe you, there's still spaces open in my Excel 13 class. It might be a better fit. This class, if you've already taken calculus or something like that, this class might feel a little boring to you, okay? Others of you who haven't taken calculus, maybe just got through algebra, barely, this class will probably be a bit of a struggle for you, okay? So don't jump to the Excel 13 class. You're probably in the right place. All right, anyway, course description, we're going to do statistics here, okay? Or a bunch of stuff mentioned there, all right? Anyone already take statistics, like AP stats in high school? Raise your hand, be proud of what you've done, all right? Okay, any other statistics already? Okay, so, okay, what have you taken?
Like sex statistics?
Sex statistics, oh, that's great, okay. Yeah, so maybe this class, again, might feel a lot of repetition or review or something, but we're, introductory statistics, that's what we're doing, okay? The prerequisite is intermediate algebra for college students or 3 years of high school mathematics. That's the official thing. Really what you need is you need to have algebra down solid. You can't, there can't be any hesitation. If I ask you to you know, solve for X or solve for Y in some situation, it's got to be instant. Okay, you can't stop and think and have to fumble with that, because you're going to get lost along the way. All right, because as I work through problems, we go pretty quickly, and I don't want students to be confused. Okay, you need a good grasp on arithmetic. Okay, so if I say, you know, what's 100 minus 18, you got to know what is that. 82, okay? So, because we're going to deal a lot with decimals, okay? Decimals and percentages, you got to have that down, all right? And it sounds basic, and you're like, oh yeah, I can do decimals, I can do percentages, fractions, whatever, you know? But we're going to cover these, you're just going to see a bunch of them, and you've got to be very, very comfortable, all right? We're going to actually have a little test, just so you guys get an idea of where you are, okay? Anyway, so this is me, that's my email address. You can send me questions, personal matters, things like that, that goes there. We meet 6:30 to 9:30 in this, this classroom right here. You guys found it, good job. Okay, oh, if any of you have a disability, learning disability, physical disability, any kind of disability, you might be entitled to certain accommodations, okay, whether that's extra time for tests or quizzes or whatever that might be. The people you need to contact are is through this email address, access@uclaextension.edu, or call this number, okay? And you need to speak to them, okay? Please don't come to me and tell me that that this is your situation, because I'm not qualified to make evaluations and judgments as to what accommodations you might receive. So they're going to ask for paperwork, and then they will make a decision there, okay? But I'm not qualified to do that, so you need to contact them, okay? We're going to have a midterm and a final exam on these dates. Please star those dates in your calendar, okay? And make sure you are here.
14?
Huh?
13 or 14?
What's that?
The year?
Oh, yeah, okay.
So
2014, I'm sorry. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Well, anyway, May 6th and June 17th. Those dates are correct. I'll fix the 13, 14 error there. Okay? And so make sure you are available on those days, and we'll be in trouble. All right? And we also have quizzes on these days. Okay? Quizzes are a little bit, you know, if something comes up, you know, I'm a little bit more willing to work with you, okay? But you know from the very first day of class when your midterm and final exams are, so don't email me and say, I planned a vacation for this week, okay? Don't tell me that, all right? I'm going to say, you knew, that's your bad, you chose vacation or something, you know, I don't know, all right? I have to set up a Facebook group, but we'll set up a Facebook group, okay? If you've got questions about any of the homework problems and things like that, I encourage you to post it. Once I get the Facebook group up and running, I encourage you to post your questions there. That way your questions and answers can benefit other students, whereas if you were to email me questions about the homework, it'll only go to you, okay? So, some of you aren't on Facebook. That's okay, you don't have to join, but we'll do that. And you know, I might be giving out bonus points if for particularly good responses. So, because students can also answer each other's questions and things like that, and so I might give bonus points to good responses on Facebook. Okay. All right. This is the textbook that we're using. All right. If you don't have it already, you need to get it this week. You can order it on Amazon. They have the hardcover edition. You can also buy it loose leaf, like you put it in a binder or something, and it's a little bit cheaper that way. You buy it wherever you want, okay? They have it at the bookstore. You can buy it from a friend or someone who took this class, whatever. You just need to get a copy of this book somehow, all right? You don't need any, you don't need a CD. You don't need, some of them, they charge like a ton of money for some math code, something. You don't need that. You just need the textbook, okay? But you do need the textbook. So are there any questions on that? Okay. So that's the book we need, and then and you need a calculator, all right? Okay. You can use you know, any calculator is technically good enough, okay? Not cell phone. Don't use your cell phone, okay? Because during test time, I don't know if you're typing in numbers or sending answers to a friend. So no cell phones during tests or quizzes. I highly recommend a scientific calculator if you don't have one. If you just have a basic calculator, you might be able to get through the class okay, but your life will be so much easier if you get a scientific calculator, all right? If you got a graphing calculator, that's more than adequate. Don't bother spending more money to get a scientific. But if you only have like a 4-function calculator, go out and spend the money and get a scientific calculator. It's like $15, and it will make your life way easier in class. Okay? Questions on that? Anything like that? Okay. These are my favorite calculators. You get whatever you want. Okay.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Can we find this online? For us, this is far back. Can't do the text right now. Can we find this somewhere? Do you post this somewhere?
Find what?
That information.
This is my class website. So you type this in, and then it'll you have to pick XL10. Okay. Yeah. So this is this. Okay. So this also serves as my syllabus. Okay. So so course policies, they're all they're on here. This website serves as the syllabus. Yeah. So this is the class website. If you haven't written that down, make sure you have that in there. Okay. All right. We'll talk about the exams as they come. All right. And we'll talk about, and then let me talk about the homework. Okay. So I assign homework every single week. Okay. And basically they're just problems from the book. Sometimes I ask you to do a couple extra things, like, you know, watch a video. This week I'm asking you to provide me with your email address, and that's part of your first homework assignment. We'll go through that in a little bit more detail. But I'm trying something different this quarter. Okay. Previous students told me that they like to use their homeworks to study from. Okay. And they found that, you know, because I assign it every week, that if I collect the homework on the week before the exam, before like the midterm or the final exam, they can't study off of their homework that week, okay? So, so this quarter I'm trying something different, and I hope it works, okay? Don't crush my hopes and dreams here, okay? And what I'm doing is, it's going to be kind of on the honor code. You're going to do the homework yourself, okay? You're going to do the homework as if you were going to turn it in, but you're going to keep the homework, and you're going to turn in a piece of paper that says, I did the homework, all right? Okay, now, so you're already laughing because we all see the potential for abuse, right? Okay, because obviously it's very possible for you to do no homework, no problems, and then just sign the paper and said, I did the homework, and turn that in. And I'm not going to know the difference, right? I've got to trust you guys that you've actually done the homework. Now, I know when students don't do the homework because it shows up when they take the quizzes and tests, okay? Students who skip homework and stuff like that, or didn't try the homework, or they just copied homework problems from a friend, they do terrible on quizzes and tests, okay? And homework's only going to be like 10%, okay? I'm reducing the weight of the homework because of this. But basically, the homework page, you're gonna print this off each week, and you're gonna put your name on it and say this is homework assignment number 1 or number 2, and you're gonna sign I did the homework, okay? And I'm gonna ask you just to be honest here, okay? You initial next to the statements, all right? So the first one says, on my honor, I pledge that I have completed the homework assignment in its entirety prior to the beginning of class on its due date. And if you just initial next to that, and that's worth 7 out of the 10 points. Okay, and there's 3 other statements that says, you know, I'm going to keep the homework in a safe place, and I've checked my answers, and whatever. Okay, and you're going to initial against those things. Now, because I want you guys to be honest, also, I understand maybe you might not have completed the entire homework assignment. So, if you, let's say you left, did all the problems except for a few, there's an option for that. It says, I have left 2 or fewer problems done, or I've left 5 or fewer, or 10 or fewer problems, okay? And you can initial next to that, there's no shame in that, and you just won't get the full 10 points. You'll lose a point or a few or something like that, okay? Now, please be honest, okay? And I don't know how else to say this. Please don't lie, okay? Please be honest and do this. And I'm hoping this works, okay? Because I'm doing this so you guys can benefit from doing the homework and studying from it, okay? If I didn't trust you guys, I would say just turn in your homework. I don't care if you can't study off of your own homework. But I'm trying this out, hoping that you guys will benefit from this, okay? But again, you know, we all see the potential for abuse, so but please don't abuse it, okay? And so just to kind of check to make sure you guys are doing it, maybe 2 or 3 times during the quarter I will have an audit, okay? And what it's going to be is basically during class time one day I'm going to say, okay, you know, you guys, maybe it'll be like after you turn in homework 5 or something, I'll say, okay, please prove to me that you've actually done homework number 5, and then you'd have to show me your actual homework assignment, okay? And then I'll just check off, and that's going to be worth about 2 or 3 times I do that. That'll be worth 5% of the grade, okay, of your class grade. So, so that means you need to bring your homework assignments to class, and at least keep it in an organized way so that during the audit, you can show me that you've done the homework, and that way, okay? Are there questions on that? Yes?
So we didn't check in the homework class.
No, so I'll get to the homework in a little bit more detail, but basically I've given you all of the answers, and I've worked out all of the problems for you so you can check your own answers on your own time, okay? Because we only meet once a week for 3 hours at a time. It's not the best format, but that's the way this class is set up. So we won't have time to go over all the homework problems because that'll take too long. Okay? I've got to teach you stuff. Any other questions on the homework? It's trying this out, and I hope it works. Okay, makeup policy. Basically, if you miss a quiz and you need makeup, you've got to. I need to have some kind of documentation that there was a reason why you couldn't come to class that day. All right. So if you were sick, I need a doctor's note. If I don't know, if you got in a car accident, you know, give me paper from the insurance company or something like that. Okay. Traffic is not a valid excuse for being late. Okay. Quizzes start at the beginning of class, so be sure you arrive on time. If you're late, I'm not going to give you any extra time. So quizzes will start at the beginning 6:30, and most of them are half an hour, and they'll end at 7. So if you come here at 6:50, you're only going to have 10 minutes to complete the quiz. Okay. And that's that. Okay. If you miss a quiz or test, okay, and you do have a valid reason for missing it, you schedule a makeup. You can schedule a makeup quiz or exam, but it's got to be done within 2 weeks of the date of taking the quiz. Okay, I've had students trying to make up like the first quiz 3 or 4 weeks later or something like that. No, just do it within 2 weeks. Otherwise, I'm just gonna put in a 0 there. All right, so grading, I think this adds up. It's going to be 10% homework, 5% the audit. Okay, of course you have to be present in order to get credit for the audit, so it's like a homework and attendance audit. 20% quizzes, 30% midterm, 35% final. Okay, so the midterm and final are pretty high stakes tests, and then standard grading scale. All right. If you're taking this class pass-fail, you need to get a 70%. Okay, if you're looking to pass with a C, you need to get 70%. That's the cutoff. That's that. Questions on this stuff? Yes.
You're recording this. Are you going to allow us access to the recording?
Yeah, of course. I'm not recording this for my own pleasure. It's for you guys. It's for you guys. Everything I do is for you guys. All right. And we had another question. Yes.
For the homework paper that we signed, is that only for quiz dates?
I'm sorry.
The homework paper that we signed.
Yeah.
Is that only for quiz dates?
No, that's every week that a homework assignment is due. Okay. So that's pretty much every single week. Okay. There's like 1 week when homework is not due. Okay. And I don't know, if you need to tell a college, you know, this is what we covered. This is the stuff we're covering in the class. Okay, these are the topics. Okay, let's take a look at one of these homework assignments. Okay, so the paper that you need to sign is you click homework. And then this is just a reiteration of my homework policies, and you're gonna just download and print this PDF right here, okay? And so you're gonna have to print out a few sheets of paper during the quarter. I think that's okay. And you're gonna initial the appropriate lines and then turn it in. Okay. Again, please be honest. And do the homework. Do the homework for real. Okay? Alright, so this is your first homework assignment, and I'm just going to go through it. So today I'm going to cover lecture on chapters 1 and part of chapter 2. It's just real basic stuff. And the first assignment is due next week at the beginning of class, okay? And you're going to just print out that paper, and then and I'll have some piles for you to turn in those papers. Okay. So this week, these are the problems that are assigned. There's maybe like 20 problems, and they're just at the end of the chapter. Okay, so at the end of chapter 1, there's a few problems, and you're just going to work through them, and just write them on, keep them in your notebook or something like that. You just work through those problems. I encourage you, and it's not required to be done this way, but I encourage you to space out the homework over a few days this week, okay? Rather than doing it all on one day, okay? I know some of you, you're gonna wait till Tuesday morning of next week to start your homework assignment. And then maybe at that point you're gonna say, I don't feel like doing the homework or something, okay? But space it out, and I have a suggested schedule that says, you know, do the problems from this section, you know, on one day, and then do these problems on the next day, and things like that. Okay. There's a suggested schedule there. Okay. This week, I got to fix this link. This is for last quarter. Okay. But this week, so in addition to doing these problems, okay, you got to click this link that says form. And I just need your name and email address, okay? That's all I need. And you have to do that to get full credit for this week's homework assignment, okay? So you could even do that now if you're on your phones. Just click this thing and type in your name and email address, and that allows me to send you communications. I'm only going to send you like 3 emails the entire quarter, and they're all related to your grade, and you'll want to get these things. But sometimes students don't give you their address, okay? And read the syllabus. That's basically just the web page, that first page. And then, you know, join the Facebook group. This is optional. I've got to fix this link. This is from last quarter, okay? For all of the homework problems I've assigned, I'll either provide answers in text form or a video of the answer. Okay, so if it needs working out, I will sometimes I'll record a video, and you can watch these videos, and it's just me on a whiteboard talking through the answers. Okay, but again, these are here to help you. All right. So as you do your homework, it's your responsibility to check your answers and make sure you did the problem correctly. Okay, and I know that takes some time, but please do that. Okay. If you get stuck on a problem, it's tempting, because the answers are here, it's tempting to just jump straight to the answer. Okay. I discourage you from doing that. If you're stuck on a problem, try going back to the textbook and reading the relevant section to see if it gives you insight on how to complete the problem. And then try that out. And if you're still stuck, you can start watching the video and, you know, take a peek at how to get the problem started. And once you understand how the problem is started, pause the video and see if you can complete it on your own. That requires a lot of self-control, because it's very easy to just sit there and watch the entire video and see how things are done. And the learning happens as you're doing the problem and you struggle with the problem yourself. Okay? When you watch the video and see me do the problem, everything makes sense, and you get this false sense of security that you understand the concepts. But when it comes to a quiz or a test, you're going to realize, oh, maybe I didn't fully understand that thing. Okay? During class, we will do some problems, and I'm going to pause and say, why don't you try working on these problems? And when I do that, please don't just sit there with a blank notebook. Okay? Please actually work through those problems and try it out, because learning happens in those moments. Some of you, maybe you feel like statistics, math, I'm already scared, I'm going to go out and get a tutor. And that's great, okay? Getting a tutor is often a worthwhile investment if you struggle with the stuff. But please, when you work with a tutor, don't have your tutor do your homework, okay? Don't do your homework with the tutor. And what you should do is you should try to do all of the homework, or as much of the homework as you can, on your own before you meet with the tutor. And then, when you meet with the tutor, say, I tried this out and I got stuck, or I tried this out and I didn't fully understand this part of the problem or this problem or things like that. Okay? And the tutor should be able to help you there. If you do your homework with the tutor, the tutor's gonna do the problem, and you're gonna say, oh yeah, that makes sense, I totally get it. But when you're faced with the problem yourself, you're gonna realize you didn't fully understand, because when when no one's there to guide you, your brain has to work a lot harder, okay? So anyway, all that to say, do the problems on your own and then check your answers, okay? And if you get stuck, you can watch these videos to help you along, but please don't use the videos as a crutch or just watch the videos to do your homework or something like that. Okay? Is that okay? Questions? Okay. Then what did I do with this? Pause this.